Hello everyone, I'm Shadat Hussain. My ID is 22528. Today I'm going to talk about the language of films in Bangladesh. Language in films is just more than words. The filmmakers use language to portray the character, the social context, the situation, and many more things. In Bangladesh, as Bangladesh is a multilingual country, over than having languages over than 40 languages, having more than 40 languages. Most of the people, that's why most of the people speak on Bengali language, as 99% about 99% speakers speak Bengali as their mother tongue. But there are also some languages that can be mentioned uh, as minority language. For example, we can say the Chittagongian language, Sylheti language. These are mainly dialects. Actually, these are mainly dialects. Uh, but the Marma language, the Chakma language, these are also distinctive language. They can be seen distinctive language. They're totally different from Bengali. The first Bengali film was made in 1956, named Mukho Mukhosh. Uh, After that, a lot of Bengali films were made, focusing on the Bengali culture and different geographical part of Bengali that represents. uh, Besides this language, Bengali language, there are also films made on the minority languages also. Uh, to mention, My Bicycle is a notable film that can be mentioned, which was made on Chakma language. And another minority language film that can be said that Rana Plaza, the film named Rana Plaza, which represents a devastating incident happened in a garment factory, uh, which also represents the minority language. In that film, there was used different kind of uh, dialects, such as dialects or minority language can be mentioned. There's Chittagongian language, Sylheti language. There was quite a mixture of languages that can be said. And there was also a film named Lal Tipu, which is a film of the language of Marma community. And there is also a film named Jibondhuli, that is a Chittagongian language, that was made on Chittagongian language. Uh, Besides the Bengali film, this minority language can be useful in preserving these languages. This can be used as a sign of those minority language, and these are also part of Bangladeshi films. When talking about the social linguistic aspects of Bangladesh or Bengali film, actually, the major parts of social linguistics aspects that can be mentioned are dialects, uh, gender differences, social status, and religious differences. These are the most common things that can be noticed while watching languages. First, come to the dialect part. As Bangladesh is quite a very regionally variant region. As Bangladesh has many regional variant of Bengali, there are many kind of regional dialects of Bengali language. For example, the first film that was made, named Mukho Mukhosh in 1956, there was used the Dhakaiya dialect of Bengali. There was a character from that film named Shamsher, who was a robber by profession. He in the in the film, when he was about to be caught by the police, he arrogantly said some words in Dhakaiya that can be a good example of Dhakaiya dialects. He said that uh, 25 বছর ধইরা ডাকাতি করতেছি কিন্তু আজও আমারে কেউ ধরবার পারে নাই। আহ, আইজও শমশের ধরা দিব না, আজও শমশের ধরা দিব না। আহ, সে হ্যাঁ নিজের পাপের প্রায়শ্চিত্ত করব, which is a colloquial or informal register of Dhaka Bengali that represents the Dhakaiya language of that time, that particular time in 1956. Uh, these following words can be a good example of how the dialects of Bengali varies. And of the translation of that sentence was, I'm robbing for 25 years, but police couldn't catch me. You guys can't catch me even now. I will repent, or I will atone for my deed myself. And then when it comes to the social status part of the social linguistic aspects of language in films, in Bangladeshi films, social stratification is seen quite a lot while using the language by the characters. The upper class people use languages, and they code switch and code mix a lot. On the other hand, when the lower class people speaks in the film, they speaks kind of informal and the language of lower class people. For example, the film Sharengbo can be a good example. Here a woman who is from lower class was married to a landlord family. The landlord family used to speak in a formal way, in a kind of formal way, and they use formal language a lot. On the other hand, the woman who was married to that family, came to the family by marriage. She used a lot of language, kind of slang language, and she used dialects in her way of speaking. In this film, there was a family member from the landlord family. He was speaking to his brother-in-law. He was saying that বড় মিয়া বাড়িতে এত সহায় সম্পত্তি থুইয়া শহরে যাব কাজ করতে, উকালতি করতে. In English translation, it says that Boromia means the elder son of the family is going to the city for work, even having this such kind of vast property. In her language, she speaks kind of in a what I can say, like of higher class people language in that time. On the other hand, there was a old man who was speaking to two children. He was saying that he was saying to the two children that শুনলাম তোগো মায় নাকি জমিদার বাড়িতে বান্দির কাম লইছে, কি দিন আইলো এখন দেখা লাগতেছে যে সারেং বাড়ির মাইয়ারা বান্দির কাম করে. In English, it can be translated into I have heard that your mother is working as a helping hand in that landlord family. What a day to witness that the girls from Shareng family is working as a servant, which was mentioned as bandi, which is a slang language, kind of a slang language. Here it can be noticed that the old man, which represents the lower class people, speaks in a sort of slang language. He is using slang language and kind of in a more informal register. When it comes to the religious context part, the film Dhaka Attack can be a good example. The film Dhaka Attack, in that film Dhaka Attack, the characters from the religion, the Muslim religion, they greet each other by saying Assalamu alaikum, which is an Arabic word meaning peace be upon you. And on the other hand, the characters from Hindu religion, they speak they greet each other by saying namaskar. And there are also gender differences which can be seen in the language of film in Bangladesh, which can be noticed a lot. We can see that the man use a more masculine voice. They shout a lot. On the other hand, the women, they speak in a feminine way, they in a soft way. A film named Aguner Poroshmoni can be a good example. In that film, a woman who was disguised as a man to feed her family. She used to work as a rickshaw puller. When she used to disguise herself as a man, he tried to use more deep voice, more in a masculine way. On the other hand, when she is in her normal or in a real life setting, she's kind of use soft words. She is kind of affectionate, which is mainly represents the gender differences which is seen in that language. And then also the code mixing and code switching is seen in Bangladeshi films a lot, especially after the 1980s. It is witnessed a lot that Bangladeshi films characters use code mixing and code switching in their way of speaking to show their class, and even when the middle class speakers say to represent that he is educated. A Bengali film of Hollywood named Priyotoma, recent films, that can be a good example, where the protagonist character Shakib Khan, he used code mixing and code switching a lot in his way of speaking. A good example of code mixing can be saying he was talking to his boss when he was saying, "Boss, আমার একটু লেট হবে." In this sentence, sorry, it was example of code switching, I guess. Yes, it was example of code switching. It was my mistake. He was saying that boss আমার একটু লেট হবে, which in his sentences he is using code switching. Actually, he is using code switching. In this sentence, he is using two English words, which is a representation of code switching. He also, when talking to the actress or the heroine of that film, he says, আমি তো ভালো আছি কিন্তু তোমার সাথে গসিপ করে আরো ভালো লাগছে. So in this part, the word gossip is an English word. On the other hand, the other words in the sentences represents the Bengali language. So it is a good example of code switching. To describe that code mixing part, he used a sentence like "Amar phone battery low." In this sentence, he used phone, battery, low. These all are English words, and the only word in Bengali was amar. That is a good example of code mixing. He also says that ami ekdom busy. And in this part, he is saying that he was very busy. He is very busy. Even he says that one part key plan. These are all example of code mixing. The Bangladeshi films can be, besides the social linguistic aspect, the Bangladeshi films can be used for social linguistic research as well, such as corpus analysis, discourse analysis, ethnographic research. This can be a good sector where the other researchers can do their sociolinguistic research on film. To conclude the findings of my given assignments on the language of films in Bangladesh, it can be said that in Bangladesh, people in Bangladeshi films, it is noticed that the people of Bangladesh speaks in a lot of using lot of dialects because of their regional differences. And even the language is changed by the religion. Actually, the certain words are changed because of religion. Even the body language, the tone, the gesture posture is changed because of the gender differences. Even The code mixing and code switching is seen because of social status. People try to show their social status and their level of education by speak code mixing or code switching. It is most probably seen that. And that's all. It was nice that you guys are hearing me from a long time. Thank you very much for watching me.